What is up, y'all? My name is Nori, and I totally forgot to take off my glasses. We're gonna have a discussion here. I've been seeing this particular topic kind of jump around on Twitter because, there is a graphic novel community, there's a manga community, there's sci-fi, there's fantasy, SFF, obviously both combined, there's romance, there's all kinds of community here on BookTube, but specifically today we are going to be talking about this specific topic. What is the difference between graphic novels and comics? And obviously you would think that it would be common sense, but it's a lot more than that. And I've learned some things digging through the internet. So without further ado, we are just going to jump right in. So what we know right now is comic books and graphic novels. What we have been presented is that comic books are usually the super thin ones, usually are stapled and have announcements or advertisement on the back. So I have a couple right here. I have my vintage Superman comic. As you can see, it is very skinny and it has staples on the side. And it does have announcements on the back, just as a newer one that I've been reading. It is BB free, and this is issues. So comics usually come in issues, and if you turn to the back, it usually has different announcements or comic book stores or things that are, fun information, like, obviously I'm not going to show you the other page, but again, advertisement. And this one you can't really see, but it is stapled together. Now, what we call a graphic novel are usually around this terms right here. We have two. We have, usually it's called a soft cover, and it will say volumes 1, 2, 10, 20, whatever it is, it will say volumes 1 on the side. And usually what people think, this is a comic book and this is a graphic novel. But there's actually more to that. And what I learned is that the term graphic novel means picture story, but there's more to that. The reason it being is that it is a novel, it is a story, so it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. So you kind of see where I'm going with this. So things like this, like Saga, it does have volume 1. And if you would think about it, this has a beginning, we're nowhere near the middle, and it does not end in this one. So technically speaking, this is not a graphic novel. This is still technically considered a comic book series, even though what we call this is pretty much a bind up of issues, because usually volumes 1 have around 4 to 5 issues of these right here. I'm just gonna hold up BB free. They usually have a couple of issues of these, usually will total up to 100, maybe 200 pages, and that is because of the issues. So this is technically just a soft cover bind up. Technically is still considered a comic book series. So anytime that you see volumes 1, 2, 3, I have Lumberjane right here. This is still a comic book series. Paper Girls, ugh, beautiful. Look at these covers, love it. Volume 1, it's still considered a comic book series. But the reason why I pulled out this one, Hush Hush, is because, as you can see, it does not have a volume 1. So this is a story on its own. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end, which makes it a graphic novel. So there are definitely differences between comic books and graphic novels, even though the term graphic novels is very general, aka picture book, but more for like teenage and adults. And I'm going to put more examples up here, especially the pictures. We have the popular The Prince and the Dressmaker. That is a graphic novel. It has a beginning, middle, and an end, and it ends right there. We have Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. Again, it is a complete story, so we can call it a graphic novel. We have Bloom, which is the blue cover, a queer, super cute, about baking, and that again has a story. Now there's other popular ones that are like Heartstopper Volume 1, that is not considered a graphic novel, that is considered a comic book series. Why? Because it already has 3 volumes and the story is not done. So here's the discussion part in this video. Can we really interchange the names between all these books? Can I still call, you know, these graphic novels, or do I call them comic book series? Preferably, most of the people like to use the name graphic novels, but technically they're still not. So, discussion for today, it is, do you guys use the names interchangeably? Does it bother you, or do you actually not care? So I definitely do want to know. Make sure that you write your comments down below so we can have a discussion, because again, I love talking about books and I love talking about graphic novels and finding out the information, and most importantly, getting yourself educated. And you know, that is all for this video. This was a short video just to let you know the information that I found out, and hopefully you learned something new today, because I know for a fact that I definitely did. So again, thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you next time. Bye.